Hey, Scholes, how you doing? Checking in. I'm very well, thanks, mate. And I'm just about to get to your question, which you asked a few days ago. A couple of questions. So, first question, couple of long questions, but was about, I read them just before, trying to improve your strike rate. And in the game, you're sort of trying to hype yourself up, but it means you're not playing as well as you do in the nets. So what can I do to transfer my strengths in the nets to games whilst being hyped up, energetic? So my first question to you, Sard, is why do you need to be hyped up or energetic? Something that I'm talking a lot about, always talk a lot about, is trying to understand the best state, mentally, physically, emotionally, that you as an individual need to be in to perform at your best. So everyone needs to get into their best state, whether that's trying to compete a lot, whether that's trying to be really relaxed and calm, whether that's trying to be angry. Everyone will get into a different emotional and mental state that allows them to perform at their best. So my question to you, Sad, is why is hyper energetic? I thought energetic's good, but why is hype good? If you're playing well in the nets, it's probably when you're really calm and composed and relaxed. So if that's the state you're playing nets, maybe that's what you're going to try and emulate or try and be like in a match. And it sounds like in the nets, you're letting your skill just flow. You're trusting yourself. You're letting your skill flow. But in a match, you might be just trying a bit too hard. And when we try a bit too hard, we get a bit tense. We start to grip the bat a bit too hard. We really grit our teeth. And we get really stiff. And we don't then flow. We don't make good decisions. We don't relax. We don't trust ourselves as much. So I would, and it's really normal. It's really, really common. It's because there's a consequence. In the nets, there's no consequence. You can just play with complete freedom. You get out, you make a mistake. That's okay. You just pick up the ball, you throw it back. I've said this before, but in a game, if you get out, your day is over. So we know there's a consequence. We really want to do well. But what I think the best players do, they train themselves to be okay with getting out. They train themselves to think, okay, I'm going to really compete. I'm going to try my best today and do everything I can. But if it's not my day, that's okay. And that allows them, that mindset allows them to just relax and be calm and be composed. And therefore, in that state, they're allowed to play, they play like they would in the nets. And that's when their skill shines. So I think it's a tough one. Only you really know your ideal state. And obviously, competing is a really important thing. You've got to try and win the contest. But you don't have to be hyped and energetic to compete. You can just be really sort of calm and relaxed, but really switched on and focused. So that's one thing. That's one thing. I would just say, yeah, try and be like you are in the nets when you're at your best. Try and take that into a match. Don't try and be someone you're not. Don't try and be something that someone else does. You can obviously learn from others, but you've got to work out what your best state is. And then an important thing is to just be okay with making a mistake and failing, or sort of not getting the outcome you really want or hope for. Because cricket's hard. You're going to make lots of mistakes. You're not always going to succeed and be on the top of your game. So I hope that helps, mate. Let me know if you want me to expand on anything now while we're live.